Hey guys, what's up? This is Miyamaka, and I am here today to give you some advice about finals. Now, I'm sorry I haven't been on lately, um, but I've been really busy with finals and finishing up the play and some other stuff too, which hopefully I'll be revealing in some other videos too, if I feel the need to. I don't know, but it's kind of long story short. I've been up to a lot, and I just haven't really had time to make a video. So I would say this week has been finals week for me. The first, oh, I'm gonna get my glasses on. First finals week of sophomore year. Now it's been, I've kind of figured stuff out, and I feel like I should share that with you guys. Well, I mean, just kind of here, after kind of going through it and kind of just figuring out what I feel like works for me, I guess. And once again, this is just for me more of what I believe. Um, Kind of what I've experienced because I've had finals 3 times last year because I go by trimesters. So which is why I have finals in mid-November instead of Christmas, like before Christmas break. But anyway, besides the point. Besides the point. So I just kind of, I mean, if you are new to finals or if you have never taken finals before and you're kind of just wondering what would be the best way to do it without getting all stressed out and like worried. Personally for me, I feel like the best thing you can do for yourself is a couple of things. Well, for one, don't freak out. Because, I mean, in all honesty, 50 to 20% of your grade, which is, I don't know if your finals are more, but depending, that's around where mine are. And if you think about it, that's not as much as you would think, because in most people's minds, you're thinking, oh, if I get none of them right, like I get a C from an A to a C, and that's really bad. Well, that's not going to happen. You know what you're talking about. I mean, you studied, you worked hard on this. This is what you've been working for. Don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, it's stressful, but you should be proud of how far you've come. You should be proud of what you've learned, and this isn't something that you should be freaking out about. You've learned it, and that doesn't automatically mean that you're going to get all of them wrong. You know what you're talking about. It's just you have to remind yourself a little bit. Um, I'd say as long as you've been like paying attention and trying your best. I mean, what else can you do for finals, right? You got to do your best. And now for me, um, I would say that the next thing for sure is find a time where you work it out. Just like homework and stuff, I would say that it's very important to have like a set time. Put your phones away, put them over here, block them away. Go. I'm going to study really hard for like 2 to 3 hours. Now that sounds not very long, but I mean, in all honesty, it's going to make such an impact to just crank it out and just do it. Um, Versus 6 hours of da 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 break da 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 break. Which I mean, this is once again just my opinion. Whatever works for you, that's great. But this is what I advise you try. You just focus and you work really hard because then after those 2 3 hours, you're burnt, and then you have the rest of the night to enjoy yourself, right? And now I don't know how my finals will go. I have them tomorrow, which wish me luck on that, guys. Um, you know, I don't know what I was talking about. Okay, no, I know, I lied. LOL. Um, Sorry, I'm really tired, but I felt like this was important to say because I feel like it would have been nice to have heard this because the first couple times I took my finals, I was stressing out. I was like, I need to do this, 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 and this. Just take it piece by piece, and just say, you know what, I'm going to do this, and this, and this, and just focus on that. Start small and make it big, because ultimately, if you overwhelm yourself, yeah, you're gonna fail. Like it's definitely gonna happen. I mean, not now. Some people work differently than I do, but this is once again just my experience. Um, but be confident in what you know. Be confident in what you know. Be happy that you've come so far, and honestly, enjoy the little break you get. Because I get Monday and Tuesday off too, which I'm so stoked about. Um, so yeah, just keep that in mind, guys. There's nothing that you need to worry about. You know what you're doing. You're gonna do great. Even if you're failing, it's one of those things where you can't overwhelm yourself. If you put too much on yourself at too much, like at too little, it's going to just overwhelm you and you're going to freak out, and then you're going to be so stressed out that you're not even going to remember what you're studying. You know, if you just take like, for me today, like okay, just an example. I worked from like 4 to 6ish, and I'm saying, you know, a little, maybe a little earlier, ending a little bit earlier, but you know, like that worked really well for me. And I got, you know, I did a little pretest for my world history, and U.S. history, and I got a 93 on it, you know, and because we have these Quizlet things, and I put them into that, which also really helps too, just writing it down instead of just going over rereading it. I don't think works. But once again, just that's more of a studying thing. I think this is more of just a finals thing, because I think you guys know how to study. Whatever works for you, do that to study. You know, don't change everything you're doing. Do the exact same thing, but just in more concealed, pressured time. That doesn't make any sense. In more like, oh, it's hard to explain. Like, this was a challenging video, and I know that, like, it doesn't seem that challenging, but it's kind of, for me, it's challenging because I'm not exactly the most or I wasn't the most, like, you know, I wasn't the best studier. I wasn't the, but I think I've learned a lot just the past 2 years, maybe a year and a half ish. And I would just say that, you know, it's best to just relax, because you only get so long in high school, and if you blow it off stressing out, especially these last weeks, like, you know, you're just gonna miss it, and you're gonna miss what's great about high school and about learning in high school. And you know, you don't want to do that to yourself. You don't want to be stressing yourself out for no reason. You're doing great. You've pushed yourself. You've done really well. Or even if you haven't, you know what? It's what you've done. There's nothing you can do to change that at this point. So you shouldn't just worry yourself. Everything's gonna work out, and everything's gonna turn out just fine. But yeah, that was just kind of some words of advice for anyone who's taking finals, who's worried. Just relax. You'll be fine. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Peace out, guys. This is Miyamaka. I'm out. Oh, by the way, if you guys like, make sure to comment, subscribe, leave comments and stuff. Yeah, cool.